നമസ്കാരം.
നമസ്കാരം.
എല്ലാ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട പ്രേക്ഷകർക്കും ലേഡീസ് അവറിന്റെ മറ്റൊരു പുതിയ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം.
മനുഷ്യ ശരീരത്തിന്റെ മൂന്നിൽ 2% 2/3 വെള്ളമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു സാധാരണ ഒരു മനുഷ്യന് ഒരു ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞുകൂടാൻ 2 മുതൽ 3 ലിറ്റർ വെള്ളം വേണം. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ കൂടുതൽ നമ്മൾ കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്യുന്നതെല്ലാം നമ്മുടെ വിശപ്പ് അടക്കുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. അത് ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മുടെ റെഗുലർ സിസ്റ്റം ഫങ്ഷനിങ്, ബാക്കി എന്താണ് ഇപ്പോൾ വെള്ളമാണ് ഒരുവിധം എല്ലാ എൻറ്റയർ ശരീരത്തിൻ്റെ കോൺസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യുവൻസിയിൽ 66% വെള്ളമാണ്. അപ്പം ഇതിൽ കൂടുതൽ ഈ ശരീരത്തിൻ്റെ ഫങ്ഷനിങ്ങിനുള്ള വെള്ളമല്ലാതെ നമ്മൾ വെള്ളം സപ്ലിമെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അത് ഏറ്റവും ഗുണകരമായ കാര്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ വിശപ്പിൻ്റെ, ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഒരു ഹെവി ലഞ്ച് കഴിച്ചു. ഈ ഹെവി ലഞ്ച് കഴിച്ച് കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വിശക്കുന്നതിന് തോന്നും. ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ കഴിക്കാൻ നിന്നാൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ്, നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഒരു ലഞ്ച് ഒരു സമയത്ത് കഴിച്ചതിലേ ഉള്ളൂ. ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ ഇച്ചിരി വെള്ളം കൊടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ, നമ്മൾ വെള്ളം കുടിച്ച് സപ്ലിമെന്റ് ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും ആ വിശപ്പ് അടങ്ങി എന്നുള്ളത്.
വെള്ളം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ശുദ്ധമായ വെള്ളമായിരിക്കാൻ എപ്പോഴും ശ്രദ്ധിക്കണം. കാരണം ഇപ്പോൾ പലതരത്തിലുള്ള വെള്ളം മലിനപ്പെടാനുള്ള ഒരുപാട് സാധ്യതകളുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്ന ക്ലോറിൻ വാട്ടർ പോലും ക്ലോറിൻ അധികമായാൽ പോലും നമ്മുടെ ശരീരത്തിന് അത് ദോഷം ചെയ്യും.
വാട്ടർ ആൻഡ് ഓക്സിജൻ, ഇത് രണ്ടും ആണ് നമ്മുടെ ജീവൻ നിലനിർത്താൻ സഹായിക്കുന്ന രണ്ട് പ്രധാനമായ ഘടകങ്ങൾ.
അത് ഓർമ്മിപ്പിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ആദ്യ സെഗ്മെന്റിലേക്ക് പോവുകയാണ്. അതിനുശേഷം തിരികെ വരാം.
I'm Mrs. Geetha Venugopal. I'm staying in Cochin. I'm a homemaker, and for the last 33 years I have been the CEO of an institution, a very successful institution which was started along with my husband, but due to his work constraint I have been practically managing the institution by myself. For the last couple of years, due to family obligations and illnesses and deaths in the family, where I had to contribute a lot of my time to attending to my family, I've reduced the workload in this institution, and this institution that I'm talking to you is about my family. Namaskaram. Being the only child to my parents, it was my duty to take care of them when both of them came down with cancer at the same time, about 10 years back. And since they were already diagnosed in the very latest stages and nothing could be done except palliative care, they were brought to Ernakulam. The treatment was all done in Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences in the oncology department. The 3 years that I had to devote to them was a roller coaster time in my life. And because taking them to the hospitals and attending to them, counseling them, speaking to the doctors, everything I had to attend to them and be with them. And I was only able to do so because of the full support of my family, that is my husband and my 2 sons. They managed many days here without me, because I would return only 8 or 9 o'clock in the night after chemotherapy with my parents. So they really ran the house, they studied on their own, and I would never have been able to go through this troubled 3 years of my life had it not been for the support that they had extended to me. And after their death, the void caused by that was terrible. It took me a couple of years to recover from their death, and it was during that time the oncology department, doctors of oncology department came up with a brainchild to start a support group with the cancer survivors itself, mainly being breast cancer survivors, because that's the highest incident. And they immediately contacted me, and I joined the group, and a decision which I have never regretted till today. Because in a way that gave me a chance to help other women, help other families who are undergoing the same trauma. And it gave me a chance to interact and form lifelong relationships and friendships with the doctors of oncology department, the sisters, the staff of radiology and all the various departments, because of my parents' stay there practically for 3 years. And eventually we formed all like-minded members of that group. We got together and eventually we formed a society known as Cancer Society. It is a registered society with an office in Edappalli, and we are into many activities. And what I'm very, very passionate about is that I love organizing awareness programs. In the year 2015, the first event that we organized after our registration was an art exhibition under the Binale, which was a big thing for us. And during that time, actually, we came across three very amazing people, Mr. Bose Krishnamachari, Riaz Komo, and Mrs. Anjali Kurian. Three very amazingly talented and helpful people who helped us to put up our show at the very last minute. And it was such a successful show. We could even, we came out in the newspapers and all that. And after that, we conducted our first major fundraising event. And I'm very proud to say that I had played a major part in raising a substantial amount of funds for the program. And then after that, we conducted a teachers seminar where a group of our members got together. We contacted around 120 schools all over Cochin in Ernakulam district, got 2 teachers to come over, and the doctors, and we had this program in Amrita Hospital, and the doctors of oncology arranged the doctors for us from different departments. And we had a beautiful sessions in the forenoon, and they talked about so many things. And with this, many of the teachers would go back and advise their students, and we got a lot of good feedback from them. And we met a lot of interesting teachers who are still in touch with us. And after that, we came out with a magazine, and I was a sub-editor of that magazine. And many of our members, many of the doctors contributed many articles for that, and we successfully launched it in SCMS College, and it was launched. The magazine was released by Professor Mohana Varma. And now of late we have just started a help desk at Amrita Hospital. It is at the main entrance, and we are there 5-day week. It is mainly counseling what we do. Till my parents were being treated, the mentor in my life has been my husband. He has been a great source of inspiration and courage for me, and it is only through him that I have because many a times I had to go and deal with the doctors myself and talk and decide on my parents' treatment myself. All this was a new sphere for me, but by doing so, I found that I had a lot of hidden talents in me which actually I didn't know that I possessed. Now, after my son's second son too left home, there became a big void in my life. It was a terrible period because it was just after my mother had passed away. And the second mentors in my life have been my sons. I'm very proud to say that. Today the roles are reversed. Today I am the child and they are my parents. Both my sons are today working. The eldest son is working in Thomson Reuters, Bangalore. The second son is working with Deloitte US in Hyderabad. And my husband is the Vice President Legal, Venugopal, in Harrison's Malayalam. I have joined KMA for the last 6 years, and I feel that I'm very, very lucky to have met many eminent personalities, both gents and ladies. The one other major turning point in my life has been, I would say, my bariatric surgery. I was at one time very, very obese, and I was very shy. I would never have come out and mingled and got around in society with that weight of mine. But it was due to a bariatric surgery that was done by the gastroenterology surgeons of Amrita Hospital, and also a foot surgery that I had to undergo in Lakeshore. Both these surgeries helped me to gain confidence, because once I started losing weight, I was more confident of myself to meet people, to mingle with people, and I could walk actually pain-free after suffering pain in my ankle for about 5 years. This has been the third turning point in my life. I would just tell ladies is that empowerment doesn't mean that you're a feminist. Empowerment means your family first and foremost. It's without the family support, you cannot actually do much for society, because you always need a family as a backup, as a support system. That's very, very important. And I got through all the difficult times in my life this past couple of years by the grace of the Almighty. And without Him, I would never have come this far. So it's important to be spiritual, not overdo it, everything in moderation. And it is important to teach our children, to imbibe in them a sense of prayer at least once a day. And secondly, it is very important to bring up our children with a lot of good qualities. Last but not least, I would like to thank my family mostly for having supported me so much to make me what I am today. And all those people, I believe very strongly that each and every person who enters our life, whether good or bad, has got a role to play in making us who we are. Whether to break us or make us, that is in our hands. Thank you so much.